Hey, everybody, and welcome to True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. This is Katie Weaver, and I'm here with my co-host, partner in crime, and sister Kristi Brower. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Oh, it is going. We're just, a few days before Christmas?
Oh
It's
my
like
goodness. It's the
total
winter
chaos.
solstice, actually. Today's
It
the
is the
day.
winter solstice. Yep. Yeah, happy winter solstice.
Yeah.
Did you get a peek at the star in between the clouds passing by?
I have not. I decided that I'm going to let people with much better camera skills do that for me, and I will appreciate it from afar. Where I live, there are lots of trees around us, and I have a really hard time ever finding stuff like that. So maybe tomorrow I'll go drive out somewhere to be able to see, because if I could drive up in the hills a little bit, it'd be easier.
It's pretty overcast, though. I walked out. It's kind of, some people around here have seen it kind of in partings of the clouds, but I walked out to the street and tried to, but I'm with you. I have 72 trees on my property. I mean, there's no.
Right. Yeah. Lots of trees.
Yeah.
And, this time of year to have a clear night is a rarity. So.
Oh, yeah. We haven't seen the sun in 8 days?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we'll go weeks without seeing the sun here quite soon.
Yeah. Yeah. So not so much on that, but happy winter solstice anyway.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Well, it's puppy madness at my house.
Oh, no.
We have little Layla puppy that is my son's new puppy.
Uh-oh.
And she is such a clown. She is killing me with cuteness. We have this dog bed in Scott's office that is it's like a big dog bed that has a blanket sewed over top of it. It's the piggy bed usually. Used to be. Well, she has totally taken it over, and she's so little, but it's her bed now, and nobody else. The other dogs will sleep on it a little bit, but the pigs won't go anywhere near it. But she spends the entire day accumulating stuff.
Oh my goodness!
Anything she finds on the floor. The other day, that bed had 2 hangers and a towel and several socks and a few puppy toys and a few shoes. So,
oh my gosh.
I started just clearing it at night, and then basically she does all the housekeeping all day long by stacking stuff that she finds on the floor on it, and then I put it away at night. But someone made the mistake of leaving the shoe closet, like the coat closet with all the shoes in it, open this morning. She's got shoes on that bed that I haven't seen in weeks. Yep, there you go.
Here we go. I'm sharing a picture that you shared. You can see Layla is a tiny little doggy in the back.
Yep.
It takes a minute to even see her because the shoes are bigger than her. She's doing some serious work to get that stuff onto the bed in the first place.
Yeah. She's killing, and she's not really chewing on stuff. She's just dragging it all over there.
Oh, the chewing will come. She's just a little young.
Yeah.
Teething's going to happen, and then you're going to have to lock up your Crocs, especially, or they're going to be history.
She loves the Crocs, probably because they're lighter and easier for her to pack around.
I would imagine, yeah.
She was only carrying around Mars's Crocs, so I was saying she liked them because they stink, but now she's carrying around mine, so that can't be the case.
Oh, no. I think you read that wrong from the beginning.
Yeah, probably wrong. No, that was incorrect. Anyway, she's adorable. She's so much fun. Yeah, it's going to kind of suck. Right now he's working out of town with his job, so we get her, totally to ourselves, but it won't be long and he'll be headed back to school and take her with him. And the pigs will breathe a sigh of relief because she bugs the crap out of them.
Oh my goodness.
So well, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I had a little procedure on my low back this morning. So I have spent the day on the couch recovering. I had a radio frequency ablation, which is it's a nerve burn. I don't know. It's called by lots of different names, but it's the thing that a spine doctor can do to deal with chronic pain that doesn't require any drugs. So like this treatment will take a few weeks to kick in. And once it does, it'll last about a year. This was my 3rd one in my low back, and they work really well. So I'm really looking forward to that. Good. The day when it works. The thing that sucks is that it immediately amplifies all your low back pain for a few days because it irritates the crap out of all the nerves that are already normally irritated. So it's put me in a lot of pain, but I know it's going to go away because I've done this before. So I'm really excited about getting it done again. We had a little trouble getting it through the insurance, which was weird. And just COVID, apparently everybody at this nearly everybody at this procedure center that I go to had it a few weeks ago. And so they've had a really hard time getting things scheduled. And, anyway, so I feel very grateful to have gotten it today. So
Well,
I'm
good.
looking forward to, all the sedation drugs being out of my body, because
Yeah.
I feel quite a bit better tonight, but I'll tell you, it doesn't take much to put me down.
Yeah.
This was one of those times. So, but yeah, I'm doing really well.
Well, good. Here's hoping it kicks in really fast and that pain just really goes to bed.
Yeah, I am ready for it.
Absolutely. Well, good. Well, I have a cold case tonight, a cold read and a cold case. I have a case that I'm going to present to Kristi, and we're going to let her read it and see what she thinks. This was a listener suggestion. It was an email from, there's no name on it. It's Justice for someone. So Justice, thank you for the suggestion. It was a great one, and I'm really happy to help give a signal boost to this case.
That actually was the name.
Justice?
Okay. That's the name that was given. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So I don't know if that is a real name or not, but that is the name that was given in the email.
In the email, right? Okay. Well, good. Well, thanks for the suggestion, and I'm glad really glad to put a signal boost on this case, because this girl's parents are still very actively working to find out what happened to their daughter. This is not a cold case or a closed case in any way. It's most certainly a case. This is Cleashindra Hall.
Okay.
And she went missing on the 9th of May, the 9th of May, 1994.
Okay.
So, and she was 18. She's our age. Or she would be,
She would, yeah.
And so she was born in 1976. And she was 18 when she disappeared. She was 2 weeks away from graduating from high school. 5'8" to 5'9", 120 pounds. The clothing and jewelry description just really got to me, because this was such a thing that we would have worn.
Such a real 90s stuff.
Mid-90s thing. She had on a white 2-piece short set, imprinted with large navy blue polka dots on the shorts and navy blue stripes on the blouse. Does that sound familiar?
I can freaking see that outfit. Yes.
And white socks, white sneakers, and small stud earrings, and a white bow type ponytail holder. That was like the 90s, starter kit.
It totally was. The white tennis shoes and the white socks, and they had to be pristine. The work that we went to at that age to keep our freaking white shoes white when you live in Idaho. Good luck. That's awesome, though. I love that. It makes me feel connected to her. Like, oh yeah, she was growing up at the same time we were growing up.
Yep. Same age, same stuff going on in her life, and those clothes just killed me, because that sounds exactly like the way we dressed too. Back in the day.
And the polka dots and stripes. That's awesome. Love it.
Distinguishing characteristics: African American, black hair, brown eyes, a small surgical scar on the outside of her left knee. One of her front teeth was slightly chipped, and her ears are pierced. Her nickname is Clea. She wears hair extensions and press-on nails. Also, mid-90s. Welcome.
So hard. I'm sure they were Lee brand.
I'll bet they were.
Right?
Right-handed and has a slender build. Those are her characteristics. So again, she went missing on the 9th of May, 1994.
Okay.
So here's
right as I was graduating from high school.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Her too. Yep. She was last seen when her mother dropped her off at her employer's home. Her employer was the last known person to see her. He says he has no knowledge of what happened to her. She was 18 at the time. She was an honors student at Watson Chapel High School. She was only 2 weeks away from graduating and heading off to college. She was heading to college to study, she wanted to be a pediatrician.
Oh, wow.
She was top of her class, very ambitious, smart girl, had everything going for her.
I just feel that about her. Like, of course she was going to be a pediatrician. That's absolutely the energy that comes from her. And the drive, I feel like she rode herself hard when it came to school, and that she held herself to really high standards.
Yeah, for sure. So she had a summer internship lined up in Boston, and then she was headed
Oh,
to
she did?
Tennessee State University's pre-med program. So she had
Okay.
everything lined out, had all of her
And
plans.
where did she go missing from?
She went missing from her employer's house.
No, like city and state.
Oh, Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's where she's from. Let me double check that and make sure that's
Okay.
correct. Yeah. Yeah. Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So when she gets off work, normally she gets off about 8 o'clock and she calls her mom or another family member who comes to get her.
And is her work at her employer's house? Is that why she was dropped there? She works at the house.
Yes.
Okay.
She works at a guy's house named Dr. Amos.
Okay.
And he provides some kind of service to childcare facilities in the area. And she does clerical work at his house in the evenings after school.
Okay. Okay.
So she usually works till about 8:30, 8 to 8:30, and her mom picks her up. Well, her mom dropped her off that day, and then she never called for a ride home. So her mom waited for the phone to ring, and when it didn't, she called Dr. Amos's office. He said that she clocked out at 8:30 and was picked up by an unknown individual. He said he figured that her mom picked her up. He didn't know. She didn't say anything. And her mom's like, okay, well, she's never done anything like this before. That's really weird. But she is 18. She's about to graduate. Maybe she's kind of trying to be a little independent, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But mom stays up all night worrying because what the hell, you know? And daylight comes and she's still not home. So they thought, okay, well, maybe she went straight to school. So one of her other kids that's also goes to the high school, goes to school and she's not there. And he goes down to the office and he's looking and he's asking everybody and she's not at school and nobody has seen her.
Mm.
So mom calls the police. They tell her that because she's 18, they won't accept a missing persons report for 24 hours.
Oh, there is that crap about like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me so angry when that comes up, particularly a high school kid. I don't care if they're 18 or not.
Yeah.
That is so.
Well, I have some news for you on that front, actually, because of this case.
Oh, really?
Give me a minute. Yes.
Okay.
So this starts a search that turns over really nothing. They hang up flyers all over town. They contact the news. The police search the area. They finally searched Dr. Amos's office, including the carpet and the drywall, looking for any sign of blood spatter or of DNA. They find nothing.
Yeah.
It looks like they did kind of suspect him for a little bit.
I just don't get that he was involved at all. That just doesn't strike me in the least.
I know, it's weird.
I feel that he was telling the truth, that she got into a car with someone else. I actually feel like it was a boy. I feel like she was, spreading her wings a little bit. She was 2 weeks away from graduation.
Yeah.
I feel like she was always a really good kid. She was the good girl. And she had this moment of, I've never done anything in my life. All I've done is work hard with school. And, that she was feeling a little resentful and that she did, in fact, go with a boy that she did know, at least to some extent.
Okay. And she did have a boyfriend, but
Okay.
it doesn't seem that she was with him.
No, it's not him. This is more of a rebellion, going to go with the bad boy kind of thing. I feel like this was pretty impulsive. And no, I don't feel like that this was someone she was dating at the time. I just feel like this was her trying to step out into adulthood a little bit.
Actually, you know what? She did not have a boyfriend. I'm going to take that back.
Okay, because this doesn't feel like somebody she was connected to.
I studied 2 different cases that were very similar, but I decided to go ahead and present Clea's, and it was the other girl, so I apologize. As soon as I said that, I thought, that's not right.
That did not resonate at all.
Yeah, that's not right. She did not have a boyfriend. Okay, so at any rate, they have found nothing. She just vanished without a trace. So, but I will tell you this, there was a change in laws because of her parents. Her parents have been warriors. They have been nonstop looking for her, trying to get answers, trying to get something accomplished, right? And this whole deal that, because she was 18, they, wouldn't, take a missing persons case. They actually got involved in helping to change that law,
Good.
which is pretty cool.
That's
Um,
good.
so
They lost the most valuable part of this investigation by refusing to see
Mhm.
her as missing for 24 hours.
Yep.
Everything's just
So
cold by then.
Yep. So the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children uh, are allowed to still be involved in her case because of a new law called the Protect Act of 2003, also known as Suzanne's Law. And that's named after missing 19-year-old college student Suzanne Lyle from Albany, New York.
Oh,
She
yes,
disappeared
okay.
in 1998.
Mhm.
And with similar stuff that because she was 18, she's treated as an adult, but they're not adults.
You're still living at home and going to high school, you're still a kid. In your
Mhm.
mind, you are still a kid, and so you still need to be protected.
Yep. So this law extends to missing young adults 18 to 20, the same reporting and law enforcement response requirements already provided for children younger than 18. So her
Good.
parents actually helped change that law because of this.
That's
Yep.
fantastic. Good for them. I'm glad that they've found a way to put some positive energy into this.
Yep. Yep. So every year on March 30th, they still that's her birthday, and on her missing day, she and her family still release pink balloons, and they still appear in the news, and they have a Facebook page. They still really work hard to
Mm,
keep some kind of awareness going because
yeah.
their daughter absolutely vanished without a trace.
They have nothing. What you
Nothing.
presented to me is all they have.
Yep. Her mother said she was somebody that had a light that meant something. She had goals and she had dreams just like everybody else. And our family had dreams and goals for her too. And so somewhere we're missing out on seeing what our life with her could have been.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
She just had a little rebellious, impulsive moment, and she took off with a boy that she didn't know. And I do feel that she has passed.
Mhm.
I do feel that she passed that night. I feel that he assaulted her and killed her and buried her in a wooded area. I feel he drove her, I'm hearing 100 miles away from where she went missing. And nobody even knew who he was. There was no connection between him and her. And so no one, in their regular daily lives, no one would have expected them to be together
Mhm.
because this was a real rough guy. And, she just had a rebellious teenage moment, which happens. I've seen this happen in many other cases with girls like her that are very hardworking, very driven young women, and they sort of hit a wall sometimes where they're like, I just want to have some fun. And then because
Yeah.
they haven't had a lot of experience, they don't know how to protect themselves. And that's what I feel like happened here.
Mhm.
I feel like she died the night she went missing. I don't feel like that, she was held anywhere or anything like that. I do feel it was quite quick. And I don't feel that I feel that the person who killed her has killed other women and it has in fact been convicted of that. But in
Mhm.
this case, he just lucked out. No one ever saw them together. No one even suspected that they would be together.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't feel they'll ever find her body, and I'm really sorry to say that because I wish that would happen for her family,
Yeah.
but she's quite a long ways away from where she went missing, and there's
Mhm.
no connection to her,
Mhm.
I just don't feel she'll be found.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. It's an unbelievable. She was supposed to deliver the commencement address. I mean, she had everything going for her.
She did, she did. She absolutely did. But what she's showing me now is that she is with her family. She's with them and she's supporting them and giving them the strength that they need to get through this and to help change the laws and to stay active with this. I do feel her presence in all of that.
Mhm.
I
Oh, yeah.
really do. And to her, she's still able to help her family and be there for them. I
Mhm.
really hope that they feel her, and that when they feel inspired to do the things that they're doing on her behalf, that they know
Mhm.
that in part that's because she's there with them, because I feel that strongly, that she
Yeah.
is very much around them
Uh-huh.
and encouraging them, because the work that they're doing is to help to prevent these kinds of things from happening again to other girls.
Yeah,
I do
for
feel that
sure.
she recognizes that she had no idea what she was getting into, not a clue,
Yep.
until it was too late and she couldn't do anything about it. She's just showing me that she just thought she was going to have a good time with a boy. She had no idea that there would be other intentions. It never even crossed her mind.
No.
And it was over very quickly.
Yeah. Ah, such a sad one.
It is. It is. But I really appreciate her parents' work,
Oh, yeah.
because they can't bring her back, but they can certainly help protect other people's children who get into bad situations. And, if the police had started looking immediately, you know,
Right? Mhm.
you
Mhm.
can't tell me that they wouldn't have found some things that they never,
Right.
that
Yeah.
they didn't find. The
No.
car was light blue.
Okay.
That I see. I don't have a
Was
name. I don't
he
often get names, but
age proximity to her?
a little older. I'm feeling like he was 19, that he was a year ahead of her in school.
And is he from this area? Is he from a
Yeah.
different town?
No, he's from this area. He's not in that area anymore, but at the time he was.
Mhm.
He was someone that she knew of through school, and that she ran
Uh-huh.
into him earlier in that day, and she was feeling particularly repressed in her life and scared
Mhm.
about what was gonna happen next, and he offered to pick her up, and she said, "Okay." She had no clue.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there we have it. That is Cleashindra Hall. Just a very sad case. Yeah.
Mhm. It is, but I think these cases are powerful and important for us to tell,
Mhm.
because they do change the world. They do change things. We can't
Oh,
get
yeah.
Clea back, but her story can help protect other young people, and to
Mhm.
help encourage the police to get involved immediately when you have a young woman like this who would not just disappear. I mean, it
Yeah.
was so out of character for her, that just makes me furious that the police wouldn't have immediately seen that and
Yeah.
jumped right in.
Absolutely. That's it, that I am so, uh, proud of her parents and, just dazzled by them and their, willingness to push forward and also, yeah, to help fight to change laws and obviously
Yeah.
supporting other families too that are going through something like this.
Yeah.
They are warriors. They absolutely are.
Most definitely, most definitely, certainly inspiring, but I just want her family
Mhm.
to know, if they ever hear this, that I feel 100% that she is behind you in all of that and present with you, and I
Mhm.
feel that. I feel that you feel her presence,
Mhm.
and it keeps you working and fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. All righty. Well, that is it for this episode. I want to
Mhm,
remind you that you can learn more about us at truecrimeparanormalpodcast.com, as well as if you would like to do live streams with us. We do that on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Mountain. Of course, we won't have a live stream on Thursday for the next 2 weeks because of the holidays, but we'll be back in the new year with that.
mhm.
And if you want to look a little more into our subscription service, you can subscribe to be or to our membership service. You can subscribe to be a part of that and attend classes and meditations with us every month. So
Yeah.
if you're interested in that, go check it out. We have a pretty good community growing over there with on that side of what we're doing here on YouTube, and it's a lot of fun. So
Mhm.
thank you so much for being here. This is True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. Take care.